So I was flying back into town recently, and I flew right over the Laguna Mountains. There's a lake out there called Big Laguna, and it looks like it's finally starting to fill up with water. We had a lot of decent rains this winter, so I think I want to go out there and check it out today. The weather's a little iffy. Normally you can see mountains behind me looking to the east. Hopefully we won't get rained on. All right, let's go. So I took a little detour on my trip out here to the Laguna Mountains. Came up Kitchen Creek Road. And I know this road takes you right to the top of the mountain, but that's okay. We'll do some backtracking and head back to Sunrise Highway and take that straight up to the peak of Mount Laguna. Gotta have a little snack before I hit the road. So as you can see, we've pretty much driven right up into a cloud here. So I've just arrived here at the campsite, and it's a pretty nice spot here. This place has had a lot of rain over the last few days. The whole place is kind of muddy. You can tell from the Jeep here, I picked up a lot of mud just exploring some of the back roads. And I actually chose this spot particularly because it's got a paved parking surface. I'm probably going to set up my cot right over here on the pavement just to stay out of the mud. So for my bedding, what I use is this inflatable thermarest that I've had for about 25 years. It still works pretty well. Just have to blow it up is the only thing. I just have a regular sleeping bag. It's like a 20-degree sleeping bag from REI. Got a new IPA I'm going to be trying out tonight called the Dream Speaker. It's from Modern Times Brewery in San Diego. I mostly bought it because the can looked so cool. So I do have one new piece of equipment on this trip. It's the Exped Mega Pillow. It's inflatable. Packs up extremely small. It only takes about 4 or 5 puffs to inflate it. And then it's got a real nice soft cover on there. I'm actually probably gonna put a pillowcase on it just to keep it clean. There we go. So here's a funny story. It's about 7:30 at night right now. And it's getting pretty dark here. I thought to myself, it's time to pull out the flashlights, and get those things ready. Because we're about to be totally dark here. I can't find any flashlights anywhere. I thought I brought one, a headlamp, and So this actually is an opportunity to highlight this other piece of equipment that I bought this week, the Goal Zero Venture 70. And I bought this, I didn't intend to talk about it because it's a battery. I use it to charge my cell phone, but it also allows you to have a flashlight mode. There we go. So that's kind of cool. And honestly, I thought to myself when I first turned it on, I thought, that's a gimmick. I'll never use that. This is going to end up being what I use for this whole trip. Another piece of equipment I picked up recently is this table called the Trailgater. It's from Outback Adventures. And this thing really is so convenient. You just fold it down and you're good to go. So I'm in the tent, just about ready for bed. It's getting pretty chilly out here. It's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's supposed to get down to about freezing tonight. So I started getting pretty cold just sitting out there. I was listening to some podcasts and just sort of chilling out. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. That was a chilly night, I will say. It was probably in the lower 30s, maybe lower, I don't know. I was cold and I was bundled up in my bag, but slept okay, and I'm really grateful to see this is a beautiful sunny day. I don't see any clouds at all, so we're gonna have a great day today. So here's something I picked up recently. This is called the bipod stove from Snow Peak, and it takes up almost no space. So this is what it looks like fully assembled. Got my Snow Peak coffee filter here. So this one's called Little Laguna Lake, and it's starting to fill up. So here's our first glimpse of Big Laguna Lake. So the trail that goes all the way around the lake here takes you around this section of dry lake bed. I guess many years ago this used to be a much larger lake. So now I'm up here at the extreme northern end of the Big Laguna lake bed, and the view is pretty similar to what we saw in the overhead shots taken from the plane. You can even make out all these yellow flowers in that overhead shot. So today I've been hiking on the Big Laguna Trail. That's the perimeter path that takes you right around the lake bed here. We are almost back to the lake. So we're here now at the southern tip of Big Laguna. So I came upon this small pond. This one's called the Water in the Woods. So as you can see, I made it back to the campsite, just enjoying some snacks and a couple of beers. That was a long hike today. According to Gaia GPS, my navigational app, I hiked over 10 miles. It was a fun hike though. We completely circumnavigated that lake bed there. Saw it from every angle. So we saw it from the sky and we saw it from every angle on the ground. So I feel like I've done a good job of documenting that particular lake. So this is my last night here at this campsite, and it's pretty different from yesterday. It's the start of Memorial Day weekend, so the entire campground is completely full. It's a lot louder, but people are generally being pretty respectful. Yeah, this was a fun day. I'm gonna relax for a little bit and then get some hot dogs cooked up and probably listen to some podcasts and turn in. I got the hot dogs ready to go. They're not beef dogs, they're turkey dogs. So good morning. Just got up and preparing to make some coffee. I slept a lot better last night. It was about 10 degrees warmer than the night before. So I read some instructions about the Snow Peak coffee filter holder, and they said to actually fold it, give it an extra fold. That'll help it to sit in the filter holder a little bit better. So let's try that out. So before we leave the campsite here, there's another spot I want to check out, a place called Foster Point. It's just across the street, across Sunrise Highway. Should give us some nice views of the desert. Let's go check it out. We're starting to get some nice views here. Off to the left, that peak you see is Cuyamaca Peak. And the desert's just over this ridge here. So this stretch is actually part of the Pacific Crest Trail. So it looks like we made it to Foster Point here. So that wraps up this trip to the Laguna Mountains. I hope you enjoyed following along. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. So here's some bonus footage. On my ride home, I noticed that the clouds were doing some pretty cool things near Cuyamaca Peak. So I'm gonna stop and take one last time lapse.